Have you ever felt paralyzed by the thought of losing money, stopping you from taking the next step in your business, career, or life? Welcome to today's episode of Money Mindset, where we are going to tackle one of the most common fears that holds us back, the fear of losing money. Whether you're just starting a business, considering a new investment, or thinking about making any financial decisions, this fear can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to stop you. In this episode, we'll explore how to break free from this fear and step into a space of financial abundance. If you have ever felt stuck because of money worries, you're not alone. By end of this episode, you'll walk away with actionable strategies to shift your mindset and take empowered action no matter where you are financially. So, if you are ready to reframe your relationship with money and start living more fearlessly, this episode is for you. Let's dive in. The fear of losing money is an emotional response that can range from mild anxiety to full blown paralysis. It's the worry that taking a financial risk, whether that's investing in your business, changing your job, making a big purchase, or taking on new opportunities, starting a new career, starting a new business, could lead to a loss, potentially jeopardizing your future and future of your loved ones. This fear often manifests as overthinking, avoiding important decisions, procrastinating, or staying in safe financial zones, even when these choices don't serve your growth. The fear is rooted in our survival instinct. For many, money is equated with security, safety, and stability. Losing money can feel like losing control over these basic needs. But what we often don't realize is that staying stuck in this mindset keeps us trapped in scarcity. It's important to acknowledge that money, in and of itself, isn't dangerous. It's our thoughts, beliefs around it that create the fear. Fear of losing money comes from a deeply ingrained beliefs about scarcity. Many of us were raised with the idea that there's never enough money, that it's hard to come by, or that we need to hoard it to feel safe. These our subconscious beliefs can create a constant state of worry around money, which limits our potential for growth. It's not always obvious, but the fear of losing up money can show up in different ways. Avoidance. You might avoid making important financial decisions, even though you know they could benefit you. Undervaluing yourself. This often leads to underpricing your services or underselling your worth because you are afraid of not having enough. Perfectionism. Fear of failure or losing money often leads to procrastination or constantly delaying action, waiting for everything to be perfect even before you make a move. By recognizing these symptoms and understanding that it's a mindset, you can begin to take steps towards overcoming it. It's not about eliminating fear entirely, but about learning how to manage it and not to let it dictate your actions. One of the most powerful roots of fear of losing money comes from the belief we develop in childhood. We pick up messages about money from our family, communities, and media, our environment, and teachers from a very young age. If you grew up in an environment where money was tight, or conversations around money were tense or negative, you may have internalized a belief that money is scarce, difficult to come by, or something to be feared. These early experiences shape how we view money as adults, often leading us to believe that it's something to be hoarded or that losing money is catastrophic. Money fears are often passed down generations. If your parents or grandparents experienced financial hardship, those stories and fear around money are often subconsciously inherited. For example, you may have heard phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, which reinforces the idea that money is something that must be tightly controlled and that losing it means failure. Understanding these generational patterns is the key to breaking the cycle of fear around money. Many people also operate from scarcity mindset, believing that resources, including money, are limited and there is only so much to go around. This thinking creates a sense of competition and fear of missing out. If you believe there's only so much wealth, every investment feels like a gamble and any potential loss can feel devastating. In contrast, an abundance mindset sees money as a tool that is constantly flowing. With this mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve financially because there are endless opportunities to attract and create wealth. People with abundance mindset see the potential for growth and opportunity rather than focusing on the fear of what they might lose. Beyond our immediate families, society often reinforces certain beliefs about money that fuel our fear. Media, advertising, and even social media contribute to this by portraying extreme wealth as rare or unattainable and making those who have it seem out of touch. These influences can reinforce the idea that wealth is something elusive, something you must constantly strive for, often at the expense of your peace of mind. Another significant root of money fear is the fear of failure. Losing money is often equated with failure, especially in business circles. We worry that losing money will reflect poorly on our abilities or our worth. But remember, failure is an inevitable part of growth. In fact, most successful people have experienced financial loss and setback along the way. It's not the loss that defines us, but how we respond and learn from it. By identifying these root causes, we can begin to consciously challenge these beliefs and start shifting from a place of fear to one of empowerment. Recognizing where these fears originate helps us understand that they are not truths. They are learned behaviors that we can unlearn and transform. Here are some practical tips for overcoming money fears. First, reframe your thoughts around money. The first step to overcoming the fear of losing money is reframing your thoughts. Remember, money is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It's simply a tool. When we view money as a source of security and freedom, rather than something to be feared, we begin to transform our relationship with it. Every time a fear based thought arises, such as, what if I lose everything? Challenge it with a more positive, abundance based thought. What if this decision leads to a massive growth? Reframing your thoughts help you change your emotional reaction to money decisions and shift you from a fear mindset to one of possibility and opportunity. Second, affirmations. Uh, These affirmations help you rewire your brain to feel more at ease with money. Examples can be, money flows to me easily and effortlessly, or I'm confident making money decisions. By repeating these affirmations regularly, you begin to shift your internal narrative and attract more abundance into your life. When you consciously affirm your relationship with money as positive and abundant, it helps reduce the fear that often comes with financial decisions. Three, start small and build confidence. If the fear of losing money feels overwhelming, start small. You don't need to make big financial decisions right away. Begin by making small investment, whether that's investing in a course, purchasing a book, or even setting aside money for a new business venture. When you make small and manageable investments and see positive outcomes, your confidence grows and the fear of large investments diminishes. This incremental approach helps you build resilience and a healthier relationship with money. Fourth, separate your self worth from your net worth. Remember, your self worth may define your net worth, but your net worth doesn't define your self worth. Most people attach their value to how much money they have, believing that financial loss equates to personal failure. This mindset creates a deep fear of losing money. To overcome this, start seeing yourself as worthy regardless of your financial situation. Money is simply a tool, is not a reflection of your worth as a person. When you disconnect your identity from your financial circumstances, the fear of loss becomes much easier to manage. Fifth, take inspired action. Action is the antidote to fear. The more you take action, even small steps, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. Taking action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Whether you are making that first investment, reaching out to a potential client, or even setting up a savings plan, each action you take reduces the power fear has over you. When you take aligned, inspired action, the universe responds by meeting you halfway. If you want to know what inspired action to take, do my meditation on taking inspired action, which was dropped yesterday. It will guide you to your higher self, which will tell you what action you need to take. Step six is visualize financial success. Visualization is an amazing technique to overcome fear and attract more abundance. Spend a few days each day imagining what financial success looks like for you. See yourself confidently making decisions, receiving payments, or growing your business. The more vividly you can visualize your success, the more your brain will begin to believe that it's possible. By visualizing positive outcomes, you train yourself to expect success rather than fearing failure. By practicing these tips and steps, of reframing your thoughts, using affirmation, taking small actions, separating your worth from your net worth, and visualizing success, you can begin to shift from a mindset of fear to one of empowerment. The more you practice these techniques, the more you'll realize that fear of losing money doesn't have to hold you back. Instead, you can embrace money as a tool for growth and opportunity. Remember, acknowledging your fears rather than suppressing them is a crucial step towards self empowerment. By recognizing and accepting your fears, you can begin to address them constructively. This approach prevents from controlling your decisions and allows you to move forward with confidence. And understand that your self worth is not tied to your financial status is liberating. Abundance mindset believes that there are limitless opportunities for financial growth, and this can transform your relationship with money. This shift in perspective reduces anxiety and opens up new possibilities with success. And taking action, even when fearful, is essential. Each step you take, regardless of how small, builds momentum and diminishes the power of fear. This proactive approach leads to personal growth and financial progress. Regularly expressing gratitude for your current financial situation and visualizing your success can rewire your brain to focus on abundance. This practice helps shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, attracting more financial blessings into your life. Also, connecting with like minded individuals can provide encouragement and new perspectives. Surrounding yourself with supportive communities, money mentors, help you overcome challenges and stay motivated towards your journey on financial empowerment. By implementing all the strategies that we have discussed today, you can transform your fear of losing money into a driving force for positive change, leading to a greater financial freedom and personal empowerment. This brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode on overcoming the fear of losing money. Remember, transforming your money mindset is a journey that begins with small intentional steps. If you found value in this episode, please consider leaving a review or sharing it with someone who might benefit. Please drop me an email. My email address is mentioned below if you would like to book a free 30-minute session to find out how I can help you shift your relationship with money. Our next episode will drop on Monday, 21st April, which is on something very important, the importance of stillness behind financial success. Until Monday, keep embracing abundance and taking empowered action towards your financial goals.